Hi folks, it's Andy. I hope you're having a fantastic day. A quick video for you. We're going to talk about the All Japan Kendo Championships. The All Japan Kendo Federation have put out the Kumiawase, which is the the tournament tree for both the All Japan Men's and Ladies Championships. Now, we're going to look at them, and basically what the idea is I thought I'd just pick out a few of the players and just sort of give you a little bit of an idea of who they are, because this year the All Japan Kendo Federation hasn't put any English information out on it really, so just so you know who it is that's competing. I'm not going to go through them all. I'm just going to go down it a little bit and just point at a few and say, oh, this is that person or that person, and one to sort of watch out for a little bit. Now, before we do jump in though, it's worth remembering this year's All Japan Kendo Championships is a bit different. It was postponed from November. It was supposed to be in November. Obviously, that was cancelled because of 2020 being the year that it was, and also because of the events of 2020 and the ongoing events of 2021. The police force has not been able to practice or compete in Kendo since the beginning of the issues that have been going on, of course. So, very interesting tournament this time. We don't have any police officers. They obviously usually dominate the tournaments, and also a slight change to usual events. They're two separate tournaments, right? It's not one tournament with a men's and women's division here. It's two separate tournaments, and they're usually held on different days in different events, even in different locations, different prefectures. But this time, because of the special nature of the situation, they're happening on the same day in the same arena. So it's all going to happen all at once. It's going to be very, very interesting, very, very cool. So we'll have a look quickly at at some of the competitors. But before we do, if you like the videos that I make, you want me to keep making more, don't forget to support the channel by shopping at KendoStar.com. That's my website that supplies amazing, wonderful Kendo equipment. I know right now lots of us aren't in the dojo, and we wish we could be, me included. And Kendo equipment isn't the top of our priority list. I get that, all right? But it is what keeps this channel going. It's amazing equipment that we sell. If you don't believe me, check out our reviews and our Trustpilot rating. And you know, if you're thinking about getting ready to get back into Kendo as soon as restrictions and what have you are lifted, and you're able to get back into the dojo, which hopefully shouldn't be too long, then make sure you're supporting us by shopping at KendoStar.com. Right, so we're going to start off with the ladies tournament. It's happening on the 14th of this month, so that's not the coming weekend, the weekend after. And it's happening up in Nagano Prefecture. So it's going to be probably a little bit cold. What I'll do is I'll just sort of scan these and go down, sort of looking through. And one name that sort of jumps out to me right away here is Ornishinami. Ornishinami is a well-known player. I remember seeing her name come through a lot when she was at Nakamura Gakuen High School. Very, very well-decorated player. She went to Tsukuba University, where she became the All Japan Student Champion. I don't think she was part of the Japanese national team last time. She was probably in the selection squad, though, and I think she was probably high up on the list to be part of the next Japanese squad for the World Kendo Championships, which obviously was unfortunately cancelled as well. It wouldn't surprise me if we see her in the All Japan, in the Japanese national team going forward, as you know, she's still quite young, very, very successful player, and she could be a good candidate for winning this. Actually, I think she came to Europe as well last year. Was it last year? I don't even know what day it is with the current happenings of the world. But I think she came to Europe for the seminar in Belgium, the FIK refereeing seminar, as one of the Japanese players that come over. So yeah, it'd be nice to see her do very well, and I do think that she could indeed do so. So who else have we got? We've got Takanaka Miho, so representing Tochigi. Takanaka, another graduate at Tsukuba University. That'll be a common theme, I think, going through this. But basically, you might have heard of Takanaka. She was a member of the Japanese team at the last the World Championships. I think she went to high school in Kumamoto at Aso Chuo. She is a very well-known player, very well decorated. So another one that could do very, very well. She's been in the tournament a few times before. Be great to see just how she gets on. So who else have we got? We've got Uchida Sakura. She's a very, very sort of well-known player as well. She's been in this tournament many times. I'd really like to see her do very well. 42 years old, so a bit of a veteran. Good. That's what I like to see. Nanadan, like I said, she's been in this a lot. This tournament a lot, and a lot of the other All Japan level tournaments. I'd really, really like to see her do really, really well. To be honest, there's quite a few sort of veteran players that are sort of in the late 30s, early 40s, sort of my generation. So yeah, naturally, I am very much cheering those on. So yeah, it'd be great to see Uchida Sakura do very well. Okay, and next, again, we're on this side of the tournament tree, so it's going to be a very, very... I didn't mean for it to be sort of this one-sided. I'm just sort of picking up names that sort of jump out at me. And don't forget, like, Japanese is my first language. So, yeah, I might be pronouncing some of these names wrong because kanji's hard. And there's lots of ways to read it. So, but this is Moroka Atsuko, I think, is how you pronounce her name. And representing Tokyo, she won the Tokyo Championships to qualify. She was a very well-known player, actually, from Nakamura Gakuen again. She was famous as a kid, though. She did really well as a kid, sort of coming up. And now at Chuo University. And like I say, she won the Tokyo tournament. So, yeah, it'd be very, very interesting to see how she gets on now. There we've got as well. We've got Komatsukana, another very well-known player. She was Inter-High champion, Inter-High's All Japan high school championships. She won that. She's from Togijuku High School. Quite recognizable because they wear a very fancy boga. It's navy, but all the kazari, all the decoration is like a light pink. Now at Meiji University. She could do very, very well. Very well known. Very well decorated. Very interesting to see how she gets on. And then over on the other side again, from Kyoto. Now this one sort of almost flew under the radar there, but this is Miyagi Sayako, Renshi Nanadan. So she's 40 years old, so another one that's sort of in my generation. Now she's a superstar. No mistake about it. Definitely a player to watch. I'd really like to see her do very well, even go all the way. Miyagi is her married name, I think, because I believe she previously went by the name of Sugimoto, which I believe is a maiden name. So under the name Sugimoto Sayako, she won the World Championships. She's been in this tournament many times. She's won lots of tournaments. One of the best and most well-known, well-decorated female players in Japan. Part of the Japanese national team and part of the coaching of the Japanese ladies team as well, I understand. So yeah, I'd really like to see her do really well. Actually, I think that'd be great if she won it. That'd be brilliant. So yeah, so that's some of the ladies. Let's have a look now at some of the men. Right up here, first off, that jumps off the page, Yamamoto Yuki. He is a company worker for a telecommunications company, but very well known. He's been in this tournament before when the police were in it as well. I think he's the oldest player. You can see he's Kyoshi Nanadan. He's 45 years old. Very tall fella. Really interesting to see how he gets on. I'd really like to see him do well. Obviously, again, it's great to see these sort of veteran players in this, and really, it's really going to make it interesting to see how the sort of young, fast, and ambitious players do in sort of these matchups with these more experienced Kenshi. So just going down the list a little bit more, over here we've got Murakami Raita, quite well known as well, representing Osaka. He is very explosive kendo. I really enjoy watching his shiai. Be very nice to see how he gets on. I think he's part of the teaching team or the coaching team at Osaka University of, is it sports and health science or something like that? Health and sports science. Osaka Taiku Daigaku, it's called in Japanese. It'd be really interesting to see how he gets on. Looking forward to seeing his matches, definitely. Murakami Raita. Okay, so as we come down, we see another very recognizable name, very well-known name here. We've got Matsuzaki Kenshiro. So Matsuzaki Kenshiro, you probably know him as he was the runner-up of the previous All Japan men's tournament, student at Tsukuba University. It's going to be great to see how he gets on. Obviously, as he was a... as he was the runner-up last time, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. Lots of people are going to be expecting him now to sort of go all the way again. It's going to be a good one to see. Obviously, last time he was in this, he had all the police to get through as well, which he managed to, getting all the way to the final. Be great to see how he gets on this time. And in the first round, he's against another famous player here, Ko Yuji, I think that's how you read that. Quite a famous player from the Jitsugyoran, the company players circuit. Very interesting matchup there. As we come down, we have got another famous name, which I'm sure you'll recognize, Hoshiko Keita. Hoshiko, graduate of Kumamoto Kyushu Gakuin, was very successful there, representing Kagoshima here. Member of the Japanese national team at the last World Championships. He played in the teams. He did really well. I think he was in the All Japans last time too. So it's going to be great to see how he gets on this time. Okay, and then as we come down to the bottom on this side, there's quite a few here I'd like to pick up. We've got Hayashi Dakyo here, another member of the previous Japanese national team at the last World Championships. He's a teacher, I understand, from Fukui. Be great to see how he gets on, like I say, as a previous member of the Japanese national team. I'm sure he could do really quite well. Underneath him, we've got Kamoto Taro. I remember seeing his name a lot a couple of years ago when he was at Kyushu Gakuin. Very, very successful player in his high school days. I think he's at Tsukuba University now. Bit of trivia, I'm pretty sure he is, if I understand things right, he is the son of Chikamoto Takumi Sensei, previous All Japan champion, very, very well known Hachidan Sensei now. It'd be great if you can follow in his father's footsteps. Moving down a little bit more, and this will probably be the last one I pick out. We've got Kyoshi Nanadan, Hashimoto Keiichi from Saitama. Great. I'm really glad he's in this tournament. I really want him to win. He's 40 years old, company worker, very, very accomplished kendoka, beautiful kendo. I absolutely love his kendo. He's one of the people I kind of really look up to and I really try to emulate. Despite not being a police officer, despite, he's a company worker. He's been in this tournament a few times before. He's even got quite far in it. And he's won the All Japan 7th Dan championships against other sort of really famous 7th Dan Championships. I mean, the guy is a superstar. So, you know, it's tough at 40 years old to go in here against all these youngsters. It's going to be interesting to see how he does, but I really do like the guy's kendo, and I really do. You know, if I was to pick one out and say I want him to win, it's this guy. So, you know, good luck to him. I really hope he does it, because it'll be super piece of history. That's it. I hope that was interesting. I know it was just a lot of talking, but I thought it'd be interesting, at least as no English information seems to be out there as to who's in the tournament. Thought I'd let you know really who, you know, a couple of players really, a few players we could pick out and say, okay, that's this person, that person. So if you watch the live stream, if there is one, or if you watch back the videos, you'll have at least a little bit of an idea of who it is that you're watching. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Support us by shopping at KendoStar. Like, share, subscribe. See you all next time. Bye-bye.